I love to sing about Kentucky.
Why? What is it about Kentucky?
Well, it's just I love the way the way it lays the land, you know. I love Mother Nature, and I like to look back across the hills. I like to see the sun come up, and I really love to see the sunset in the evening. And down through our part of the country, down around Rosine, there's a lot of hills there, you know, and we fox hunted down that country. Was raised with my father to take us fox hunting, you know, when we was real small, and so it's just a great country, a wonderful state.
I'm going back to old Kentucky, there to see my Linda Lou. I'm going back to old Kentucky, where the skies are always blue.
It is a sound that is synonymous with the word Kentucky. Bill Monroe and his sound, called bluegrass.
Blue moon up Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and proved true. Blue moon up Kentucky.
He's the father of bluegrass music, the man credited with developing the original bluegrass sound. He's sold more albums than most, written more songs than most. Year after year, record after record, songs of loneliness, love, and the isolation of country life. He's also taught a great number of other musicians. To play with Bill Monroe is like going to college, a college whose alumni list reads like a who's who in bluegrass music. But when you play with Bill Monroe, you must do things his way. Always a shirt and tie, always dignity, always respect.
I wouldn't let nobody come on my stage drunk, and all the bluegrass boys that's ever worked for me, I made them respect the ladies, the kids, the old people. They had to treat them right or they didn't work for me. And a lot of people think I'm hard to get along with because that's the way that I stand. But if it was your wife or your mother, I would look after her just like I would look after my own people. And that's why probably some people don't even like me on that account, but that's the way that I believe, and that's the way I'll always stand.
It all started here, in the rolling hills of eastern Ohio County, Rosine, Kentucky. Bill Monroe's music has been undeniably influenced by the countryside here, the hills, the trees, a man in love with the land. This is the Methodist church where he first sang. Still the same.
Down in Rosine, Kentucky, there was two little churches there, a Methodist church, and that's my church, Baptist church. And a little later on, there was a Holiness church come into Rosine. So that's where a lot of my singing in bluegrass music started from, right there in three little churches.
Well, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone, just to listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill.
The house where Monroe grew up still stands high on a hill outside Rosine. Times were tough 60 years ago, especially for a big family. But the memories are good, a great source of strength.
I think being a farmer has helped. Coming up the hard way, I think, has helped, you know. When we didn't have a thing down in Kentucky. There was no money coming in any time. You know, my father had a coal mine, but back in the days there wasn't much money in coal, and he worked in the timber in the fall, you know. And in the spring, we'd start to farm. And so that's the way that I come up, and I'm glad that that's the way that I come up.
Bill Monroe's greatest influence came from the man who is buried here in the Rosine Cemetery, Pendleton Vandiver, his Uncle Penn. As with many other Monroe songs, Uncle Penn is now a bluegrass standard.
It gives me a good feeling, you know, to do a good melody and words that's good, a good true song. I love that. Like Uncle Penn, that's the true song about my Uncle Penn Vandiver, was the first man I ever heard play a fiddle.
The old Uncle Penn cabin still stands on top of Jerusalem Ridge outside Rosine, although it's nearly overwhelmed by bushes, trees, and weeds. When we met Bill Monroe at this year's Bean Blossom Bluegrass Festival, he agreed to perform a song for us. The one he chose was Uncle Penn.
Oh, the people would come from far away, they danced all night till the break of day. When they called her a holler, Josie Doe, you the Uncle Penn was ready to go. Little old peachy called Soldier Joy, and one they called Boston Boy. The greatest of all what Jenny Lynn, maybe that's the way it begin.
Bill Monroe likes to work, and he feels that he must. His music is like a child to him. It needs to be carefully guarded and protected. Other bands have modernized the bluegrass sound, but Bill Monroe's music has remained the same.
I've done what I set out to do, and in my heart, it gave me a wonderful feeling, and I'm proud of it. And but the people that ask me things like that, I always answer them, you know. But I look on for what's up ahead of me, and because I'm going to have to take care of the music as long as I'm here. And as far as having the big head over something like that, that's out. I'm just proud of it, and I think I've done a lot for the country in the way of the music and for the people, and I think bluegrass has brought more people together and made more friends than any music in the world. My music has paid me off, whether I made a dime, a dollar, whatever it was. I get paid through my music just hearing it and playing it for people, and of course there's been a lot of money made in this music. I've made a lot of money out of it. But as far as the money part's concerned, I have never wanted to care whether I was a rich man or not. I just want to enjoy life and play music for people, and I get paid that way. Bill Monroe's going to hang on just as long as he can. And of course, the time will make you do lots of things. Time will stop you. And I just, I want the Lord to accept me, and where I'll really have a better home. And that's the way that I want things to end. And I want to be your friend. I want you to be mine. And I want you to always remember that. And if you speak to a man, you've done something that day that'll keep your friendship, take care of your friendship. So that's the way that I want to go along. I just wish everybody the best, and want them all to be on my side.
At 69, time may indeed be catching up with Bill Monroe. This grand old man is a true Kentucky gentleman, and his music is as American as apple pie. Bluegrass music, named after our state by its father, Bill Monroe.